Hello everyone, I am Mulbre of the Mulberry Pack and welcome to Wolvden. So for today's episode, it is going to be a special filler episode. And what do we do when we do special filler episodes? We go to the beach. Because have you ever been watching like a TV show, or I've seen it on animes quite a bit, where it's like suddenly they like stop everything and everybody goes to the beach? Yeah, that's what it is. It's a filler. Anyways, so we're gonna get dressed for the beach and we're gonna go to the beach. So let's get rolling. All right, so as we can see, we currently have the Mentor Gomez as our current pack leader, and that is because the previous leader, Evangeline, did pass on, and the whole plan was to have this big change in leads. There was going to be a whole bunch of like base changings and a couple projects were going to be started. However, due to unfortunate real life events, my sister and dear editor for this channel is in the hospital, so let's all hope her a quick recovery. But that means in order to get an episode out, I gotta edit it, and I don't want to mess up like the storyline, and I know I'm gonna need her help with the editing because it's gonna be a whole lot happening all at once. So I'm like, you know what I can do? Filler beach episode. So we have Gomez, who's taken over for this temporary filler episode, and I don't know, I'm kind of excited to have them as my lead, even if it's going to be just for a little while, because they're already 7.5 years old, so they'll be around for a little while, and then we'll get back into the normal swing of things. But for the beach, all right, we're going to go to Equipper. And we're gonna need beachy. Now we could go dark beach, we could go moody beach, a little bit of angsty beach, or we can go to the dating spot has water, but it's not quite right. Although where I live, a lot of our beaches, they're not soft sand, they're rock. And you're like having to like rock climb down to the water. Well, the spring den is nice. That's a nice water. Oh, here we go. Romantic walks. Okay. We found one. This is the nice beach. I was hoping for something a little more sunny, a little more daytime, but I may just have to accept that this is what I get. Let me check my hoard, specifically my crafting real quick. I do have romantic sunset. All right, we'll go for my romantic walks. And we'll just have to grave rob when it comes time to use this for a pair bond. So we're at the beach. Now, what do we want to wear to the beach? I have been making a bunch of leathers. I do have a few to choose from. So we have a full set of Arctic Draba. I want to be like on theme. I do have a full set of Scarlet. Oh, no, I don't. I'm missing the headpiece. Never mind. God, I really only have a full set of Arctic Draba made. Let's get rid of these items so I can hit save and then push refresh. Alright. Here we go. So we have Golden Poppy as an option. I think that's kind of cute for the beach. And then we have the Scarlet Lady's Tresses. Which that is nice. It's definitely a vibe. It's definitely giving that girl. Then we have the Tulare Lavender Iris. Now, this is cute. I appreciate the purple leathers. I think that is really cute, but I don't think it's giving Gomez energy. I think I'm torn between the Arctic Draba and the Golden Poppy, honestly. Which we could do a mix. We could do like the Golden Poppy necklace and the Arctic Draba for the rest. I think that would be cute. But not cute enough. We're just going to stick with one altogether. Oh. Okay, that's not something you bring to the beach. I was thinking about the lunar paint as sort of like sunscreen, Some sunscreen actually leaves behind color that you're just supposed to leave there. I guess I'm trying to think, what do you bring to the beach? You bring like a picnic basket. You bring a towel. right? You're gonna have a towel. You're gonna bring a beach ball, so like toys and stuff. Because I like to bring swimming goggles because I like to dive under and look at the under the water and see what's there. I like to beach comb, so scattered rocks would definitely be good. Because then you look for rocks and other little things that are on the beach. Although my family we call that stuff leave-a-rights. You leave it right there. We can pick it up and we can look at it, but we leave it right there. No clad fur. Oh my gosh. Yes, if you're gonna go to the beach, you have to have the little kid that's talking at you the whole time. Are you sure we gotta go? Do we gotta go now? I don't wanna go. Or it's gonna be the opposite. Can we leave now? Do we really have to be here all day? Or I forgot my goggles. I forgot my sunscreen. Oh, one of my favorite memories as a kid was we went to the beach. It was just about like every weekend. And on the way down to the beach, we would pass by farmers, orchards, and they would have their little farm stand like right there at their farm. And so we would buy peaches every time we would pass by. And so we would get to the beach and we would spend all day down there, all of us kids playing and having fun, snacking on peaches. And it was a good time. All right, let's go check out custom decors. Let's go see what's in the custom. So if we go here to custom, filter, and let's just look for towel. No. All right, let's look up beach. Ooh, there's a Balls beach ball. Oh my gosh. And it's for all poses. Oh my goodness, that we can get a beach ball. How much is it? 500 silver plus 2 gold or 3 gold. Do I have 500? Oh, I'm running out of silver. Oh my goodness. I bought a whole bunch of recipes. And so I am running out of silver. So we're going to hold on to that one for now. I can afford that, but we're going to hold on to that. What else? Basket. So there's a basket of apples. Unfortunately, the bakery one's not available. Flour's not available. There's a foraging basket. That's not quite beach. I mean, the apples is nice. And it's good on everyone, which is fantastic. So, I mean, with the story I was talking about with the peaches, we do have apple orchards here, so apples would also make sense. You have your beach ball and your apples. Ooh, how about a sun hat? Pretty pink sun hat. Ooh, that's good for all stages. Let's see how that looks. Oh my goodness. Look at that. That is a sun hat. That is definitely a sun hat. Oh, and it has a little pink ribbon that goes with it. That's cute. All right. I did see one thing that I do own in the Vale. All right, because I was talking about how it's later in the evening. You're going to be putting on a couple more layers. So if we have the In the Vale garment, that's kind of like a little extra layer, a little more cover up, we're feeling ourselves, we're feeling a little bit gorgeous. So if we do that, the In the Vale, and then we get the beach ball and the basket of apples, because there's no basket of peaches. So we get the beach ball, and then I need to get 100 silver. Wait, do I have 100 silver on me? No. Of course not. Of course not. Alright. And we get the basket of apples. So this is what Gomez looks like currently. I don't think I'm in love with the Tuggy Tendril. So I'm gonna get rid of that, and we're gonna find something else to give Gomez to hold on to, but I am liking what we've got going on so far with our little beach outfit. Alright, so we have a ball. Ah, we got a beach ball. Look at that. And then we have our basket of apples. We want to fix the layering on that. Oh my goodness. We got our beach ball and our basket of apples. So we're ready. Oh, fire. A fire pit. Oh, when you go to the beach, you gotta have a fire. All right, let's look at this thing. Oh, darn. It would be absolutely perfect. The problem is that it would layer underneath everything that I already grabbed. All right, I think this is going to be our beach outfit. We have a ball to play with. We have a snack to munch on. I think we're ready to go to the beach. Yay. Let's see who else is going to be stuck going to the beach with us. Who else? Well, I think... Well, Frosty Moments. Oh, it could be a mentor's day at the beach. Frosty Moments, I think, is going to get the Scarlet. Oh yeah, that's going to be her outfit. And who next? So Morticia. Morticia needs a beach outfit. Morticia is going to get the Golden Poppy. And we have Problem Child. Child is going to get the Lavender Iris. Oh yeah, that looks good, really good on Problem Child. Like, that looks really good on them. It's giving that, you know how there's always like this different stereotypes in the anime characters, and there's like the one character who's like the cool girl with the long dark hair and her palette is purple. That's Problem Child. That is what Problem Child is. Oh, look at them all ready for the beach. That is fantastic. Oh goodness. So, you know what that means, right? We gotta go to games and we gotta actually go to the water. So our biome is, oh goodness, what biome do I live in? Where have we recently moved to? We are in the riparian woodland. Let's see what we can't fish up here. Fishy. Oh, I got it. 2 pounds. Nice. Oh, gosh, what to talk about? What to talk about? You know, the thing with fishing is you're really just supposed to go fishing and not talk. That's like the whole point, is to not talk while fishing. But at the same time, it's like, that would mean sitting here and fishing in silence. Whoops. Well, I guess I can ramble a bit about the wolves that are here fishing with us today. So we have Gomez and all of his relations, so they are direct siblings. So let me their names here real quick. So Frosty Moments, Morticia, and Problem Child. They are actually all direct, full-blooded siblings of Gomez, if I recall correct. No, they're half siblings. That's right, they're half siblings. And that is just because 2 of them came from one mother and 2 of them came from another mother, but all 4 have the same father. And I've had them for a really long time. I believe over 170 days. I think we're coming up on 180 days with each of them. So they've been here in the Mulbre pack for a very, very long time. And when they first came into the pack and they first were bred, they were sort of how should I say, the next step on my newbie journey when I'm first discovering how to breed for stats and what that means and how to find these wolves and all of that good stuff. And so I really love their parent, their father, and I'm trying to get another breeding from him. So we'll see how that goes. But with these ones, they've been here and they've been really helpful, and I've gotten some really cute puppies from a few of them. In fact, there's one of my females, Frosty Moments. I recently bred her to a stud that has lilac leopard shark, and then I raised and chased that litter of puppies, and one of them was actually found and was kept by the person who had the lilac shark stud. So that was all very exciting. It's because it had the lilac leopard shark marking as well as the mint eyes that Frosty Moments has. But as for their names really didn't come from anywhere. They were just names that I liked and names that I thought were fun. Obviously Gomez and Morticia. Obviously Addams Family reference. But I believe I said before, that is a naming scheme that has occurred multiple times within my pack. It's like every time I have the names available, I name another pair of wolves, Gomez and Morticia. It just keeps coming back, and I'm just like, I don't know why. I don't know why it keeps coming back, but it keeps coming back. And then of course there's Frosty Moments and Problem Child. I think Frosty Moments, her name just came from, I like to sort of name my wolves very wintry themes, like snow and cold and that sort of stuff. I think that's where Frosty Moments came from. But Problem Child, if there was something Problem Child did to be named Problem Child, your guess is as good as mine, and I'm open to suggestions. Maybe whatever it was that happened was so traumatic I've blocked out the memory. But that's the 4 of them, and they're all getting up there in age. They will all be gone soon, unfortunately. It's kind of a hard thing here on Wolvden. It's like, on one hand, having a wolf for 180 days is a really long time. Okay, a really long time. And on one hand, it can feel like it's way too long and I just want them to die and get it over with. But then on the other hand, it's like, I'm not ready. Like, I'm not ready here. And I'll be losing some of my high stat wolves. But on the more lighter note, finally getting around to decorating them, and they're really good mentors, which is nice. I really needed more mentors, so once I realized their time was up and I was able to get them switched over, it was like, okay, back to doing mentors, which I did put them up for work. So I opened up a thread that saying, hey, I've got high stat mentors, I'll train your puppies. But as of right now, they're just mostly training my puppies. They haven't gotten any outside work. Oh, red-eye bass, that's a new one for me. I'm not sure I have anything else to really say about them. I never really got around to lore, and they lived their whole lives just being hunters in my pack and doing what that means. You know, they were very successful in their time, and they've gotten a lot of prey for me. They did a really good job getting me built up with my prey carcasses and all of that, and having them, you know, really helped in terms of getting other wolves built up. Because really, what you really need when it comes to hunting is a really high stat stalker to guarantee that you can access the large trails, because the large trails are what gives the most points. And then you need a high stat finisher to guarantee a kill. And so when I did a bunch of my changing of my hunting packs, I accidentally, I failed that after letting it go around and around and around. But when I changed a bunch of my hunting parties, I didn't properly change the stalkers. And so a couple of my hunting parties ended up having a weak stalker instead of like rotating through properly. And so now one of my hunting parties, it's like really important that they get the large trails so I can level them up as quickly as possible, because it has my new current stud. Has a baby stalker, and so I'm only getting like critter trails, and so he's gone up 1 level. And I'm just like, oh no. So then every time my stalker manages to find a medium-sized trail, I'm like, oh thank goodness. It's like, oh, I needed that. Oh goodness. Well, let's just sit in silence for a little bit, whether it be comfortable or uncomfortable. See what we can find. Goodness. Really? Really? 0.22 ounce. Okay. Okay. We'll throw it back. Not so much fishing as much as we are catch and releasing. But you know what they say, it's called fishing, not catching. And let's do one more. One more go at it. There we go. A white bass, 1 pound. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, you know what else we do at the beach? We read magazines, right? We read books, we read magazines. So let's talk about this week in Wolvden. So first off, we have the official raffle. Looks like energy items as well as grove items. Always look to see the grove items. Ooh, an L card. I've been using quite a few L cards lately on it. Like you think they're useless until they're not, and then you really need a lot of them. But I did already get my ticket. It looks like just about everyone else has too, so make sure to get your ticket if you haven't. And then we have the new raffle stud. And he is Smoke Eyes, Sapphirite Base, Salt Merle Heavy, Black Merle Patches, Black Panda. And so here is what he looks like. Which I think he's interesting. He's very black and white with a sort of creamy red undertone. Look at that background. I don't think I've seen that background before. That is stormy. That is a stormy background. But I did get my entry I did submit my ticket for a breeding with him, but he wants food, so fairly affordable. Vomit the second. I think he's interesting. The Salt Merle Heavy I think is Yeah, it is one of the new markings. But he also has black panda, black cross, black stained limbs, white marbled unders, black Arapawa coat, black Saki's mask, silver spectacles, and argent undersides. And then, of course, the raffle stud attribute reminder. They do have that thread available, so you can make requests as to what you want on him. And they really do read it, and they really do take it seriously. Right, I'll share something that I posted on the chatter thread in the game suggestions thread. How should I say? I made the suggestion for something called auto healing. So whenever you are hunting your wolves and they get sick, you may or may not notice that they get sick, and then you have to go to the crossroads and you have to go to the herbalist and you have to diagnose them, then you actually have to heal them, or you have to go to your, like, no matter what, you have to diagnose them. You can't just go straight to your cave and use a cure for all. And so it ends up halting the entire process, and it adds a whole lot more click to the process. And it's frustrating to the point where I have personally a bunch of my hunters have fleas, and I'm not the only one who does that, where we intentionally inflict and let our wolves suffer through fleas, just so we don't have to visit the herbalist anymore. That is how frustrating the process is. So my suggestion was for them to it would be either identical to auto nesting or identical to feed all play all. So with auto nesting, it automatically nests your pregnant wolves. I believe it happens at rollover. So when you roll over the day that they're due to be nested, it will automatically nest them. Or feed all play all, which enables a tool where you can do what you want to do from a drop-down menu. And it reduces clicking, it reduces frustration, it reduces concerns. So for the auto healing, is it would either auto heal your wolf when they get injured, literally right when they get injured. So that way you don't have to do anything. It'll just automatically happen. And for lore purposes, it would work because it would be no different than paying Herbert the bear to heal your wolf. So instead of us taking the wolf to the herbalist, the wolf would take themselves to the herbalist. Which, if you guys didn't know, when you're paying Herbert, that initial time when your herbalist has like really low proficiency, it's not that you're paying the bear to have your wolf do the work, it's that you're paying the bear to teach your wolf how to do the work so they don't mess up and kill your wolf. So it makes sense to have to pay Herbert when you have a low proficiency herbalist. But for the auto healing, it would just have Herbert heal your wolf, essentially. Or the other way I suggested was it would enable a healing menu directly on the hunting page. So that way it would pop up with the wolf. You could diagnose and heal them right there on the hunting page without ever having to go anywhere else. And they could also make it so it's done with the cure for all. So that way you don't even have to diagnose them. Like, it would pop up with a menu that lists all of your sick wolves right there on the hunting page. And if you have cure for alls, you can just heal them right there on that page without having to go anywhere. So if that's something you think is a good idea, or if you want to have a moment to share your opinion on it, you're more than welcome to come find this post and share your opinion. Or you can oppose it if you think it's a bad idea. Typically, if you are going to make a post, they do have a rule stating that you have to explain why you're making your post. If you're just going to oppose or support, all they want is for you to push the buttons. But I do like coming here to the game development every once in a while and just kind of perusing everything everyone has and support or opposing the various things, because they really do look through these, and the more people that look through them and share their opinions, it does help guide the direction the game goes. And it also lets them know what people want and what people need. Because a little bit of an ramble that I thought was interesting. So some time ago, I had suggested an item that was for moving markings on a wolf to available slots. And I specifically wanted that because there are markings which do not exist in other slots. So when I initially requested it, it was way long time ago, but there were absolutely 0 leopard shark markings available in any slot at all. It just did not exist in any. There was absolutely no leopard shark in slot 1. Now, somebody, Finch specifically, I don't know why I said somebody, but Finch did manage to get a slot 1 Shadua leopard shark. And then I did notice a few months ago somebody got a slot 1 black leopard shark. So now it does exist. There's 2 colors that exist, or 3 colors, excuse me, that exist in those slots, or that slot. Oh my gosh, my words. Anyhow, so when I made that first suggestion, that's what I wanted it for, was to be able to move markings into slots that they didn't exist in. Otherwise, there was literally no way to get items in those slots. Well, now with the raffle stud suggestion thread, now we can actually get the markings that we need in the slots that we need them. And so it makes me very happy and very excited that they do read that thread and they do take it seriously. And every single stud that has come out since that thread has been opened has had features on them that were specifically requested by members of this community. So now that item I wanted is no longer needed. Now, I don't know if they read my thread at all, or if it was something that they came up on their own, or I do know there has been quite a few people over the year that I've played that have all suggested something similar to what I was looking for. So it could have been a combination. I'm not trying to take credit or anything. I'm just saying that on a coincidental level, they made something that I needed. But anyhow, check out game development, read people's suggestions. But let's go to the Grass House. On the Grass House, the official wiki for Wolvden, and we are going to look for a random page and see what we can learn. So it says decorations by source. All right, they're still chipping away at this page. We'll announce once it's complete. Check back soon. Okay, decorations by source. That's interesting. So table of contents reads permanent shop items, raccoon wares, exploring crafting, exploring recipes, battle recipes, foraging recipes, scouting recipes, and then events, and then all of that. So it looks like this is a list of every single decoration item and where to get it and how to get it. This isn't in English. Well, some of it translated and some of it didn't. But it says, you can sit with ease, sit nicely. Everything is easy. Some things are tougher. Nothing's too hard. It's good to mix things up. Time flies and challenges come, but you can handle them. It says it's French. Okay. There's more French. Explore, and then there's like there's a raccoon wears. Foraging recipes. Recipes dropped from foraging. Black Friday, there's nothing there. Okay, I think this page is definitely being worked on. But I think it's a great idea to have this page. All right, let's see what the events says in the translator. It reads, go freely forward. Right now, it's all about dealing with things without getting stuck. Timing is key. Decorate life lightly, like adding simple touches. Don't focus too much on being perfect. Just go with what feels right. Avoid going overboard. Balance is everything. Stay flexible and handle challenges as they come. Keep things smooth and simple. No need to complicate. Take care of your everyday routines with attention, but keep it relaxed. Life's little details matter, but don't obsess over them. Find a rhythm that works for you and stick with it. Pay attention to your needs and comfort, but don't forget others. Mix serious moments with fun ones to make life interesting. Move forward, even when things feel tricky. Face changes with an open mind and adapt when necessary. Keep a steady pace and don't rush. It's all about what feels natural. Have you ever had one of those moments where you feel like you're going down an internet rabbit hole and you found something like sort of a back rooms-esque moment? That's what this feels like. It's an incomplete page, with Italian hidden through it. And it's very inspirational kind Italian. You can expand all and see what... All right, everything's expanded. Exploring. This section is for decorations dropped only from explore encounters like the chomp butterfly encounter. Because there is one that you chomp at the butterfly and goes chomp chomp. Well, that is everything. So there was some inspirational Italian. Oh, they have a date. So hold on, let me fix my screen. So they've been notifying us that there's going to be changes happening to the website, and it looks like there is finally a date. Wiki notice: the wiki will be undergoing a large overhaul to introduce a brand new layout, add new features, update content, and optimize performance. It will be completely inaccessible beginning June 16th. To switch over to the new version, we anticipate this maintenance will take less than 48 hours. All right, so there is finally a date. Awesome. So I do want to do a quick shout out to everybody who is working on this, because they've put a lot of work into this. And so hopefully they're okay with me sharing this. So Mel, who is manager, webmaster, and page writer. Lily, your friendly neighborhood plant. Kaz, junior grouse helper and wiki editor. And Kim, as the newest grouseling, she's always happy to help. Very nice. So these 4 people have been working very hard on the grouse house. And I absolutely love it. I reference the grouse house all the time. But as for a random page, that was a fantastic random page to find. That was absolutely beautiful. I love that, like, random Italian inspirational quotes. It reminds me, I went to the washroom in a Barnes and Noble, and one of the stalls was filled with graffiti. But it wasn't just any graffiti. It was dramatic, inspirational book quotes and kind words telling everyone that you've got this, you're doing great, power through. And I'm just like, that is such a vibe. Like, different types of graffiti, and this one was all about inspirational kindness. I don't know what to call it. Maybe like librarian graffiti, or cottagecore graffiti, maybe cozy girl graffiti. I don't know, but it was just so kind. It was just so kind. But all right, I think that is a good day at the beach. Did a little bit of reading, did a little bit of fishing. I think it was definitely good. Oh, I messed up with my screen. Anyhow, I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Thank you for visiting, and until next time, have a positive day, everyone. Bye-bye.